from the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, finally a day where we were under 100 degrees here in Acadiana. It's amazing what 98 degrees and lower humidity can feel like, but definitely felt pretty nice out there today. That'll continue for one more day tomorrow, albeit a couple of degrees hotter, and then the heat and humidity is going to be back in full swing by the end of the week and into the weekend. Next week, it's a little interesting. Could see some better rain chances, but not a guarantee at this point. So we'll show you the model guidance in just a second. First off, let's get a check of the satellite radar composite, and pretty quiet conditions here across much of the Gulf Coast, from Texas over towards the Florida Panhandle. Of course, we did have our frontal boundary that pushed through yesterday, giving us that reduction in humidity out there today. It's still sitting just offshore, and boy, key number in this type of environment, those dew points, they're in the 50s and 60s pretty much all afternoon long, and that definitely gives the air a much more comfortable feel to it. However, we are noticing some muggier air and higher dew points along the coastal regions late this evening. Still in the 50s for northern Acadiana, but again, mid 70s here along the coastal regions. We'll see if that muggier air can lift northward toward the I-10 corridor overnight tonight. Could bust the overnight low temperature forecast, but if you're north of I-10, definitely plan on lows in the mid to upper 60s by tomorrow morning, and that'll feel pretty nice for sure. Now let's take it out into the tropics, starting to get to that time of year where we expect activity to pick up. And sure enough, as we get into the eastern Pacific, we do have Tropical Storm Hillary. That'll become a hurricane with time and actually threaten Southern California as a tropical storm, so that's pretty rare. Meanwhile, on the Atlantic side of things, again, signs of that the Atlantic is starting to awaken just a bit. We do have two areas of interest off the African coast. Both now have a 50-50 shot of developing over the next 7 days, but both of these should be on a west to northwest trajectory. Meanwhile, the Gulf of Mexico will be a spot to watch as we head into next week. Conditions will be favorable for marginal development as we head into the early parts of next week. Now, important to note, none of the models are showing a full-blown tropical system, but could a depression, weak tropical storm be possible? Certainly, especially with the Gulf of Mexico so hot for the time of year. So here's how it plays out with the European model. This is the atmospheric available moisture, and essentially the red and the oranges, deeper tropical moisture, and thus yields to higher rain chances. But notice us, we're going to be in the blue here through the course of the weekend, so dry conditions. Here comes this tropical wave, eastern Gulf, as we head into Sunday. High pressure just to our north is essentially going to be shuttling this thing off to the west. And notice European model doesn't show anything overly strong, maybe a broad area of low pressure, but at the very least showing some beneficial rainfall here locally in Acadiana. Just one model projection, not an official forecast. And we've got to be careful what we wish for. Obviously, we need the rainfall, but we don't, again, need a full-blown tropical system or anything like that. Again, models are not showing that at this point. GFS a little bit further to the south, showing a lot of this moisture heading towards Texas, meaning we would be a little bit drier. So we'll keep an eye on this. The finer details still need to be ironed out here over the next couple of days. I think we'll have a better handle on it come Friday, especially through the course of the weekend. Temperatures overnight tonight, again, we're going to say mid to upper 60s, northern Acadiana, lower 60s, maybe a fetch here, so not really going to buy into that quite yet. Upper 60s, lower 70s here along the I-10 corridor, and with the current dew points, maybe hard to get into the upper 60s along the coastal parishes, so we'll say lower 70s there. High temperatures tomorrow, easily getting into the upper 90s to lower 100s under lots of sunshine, so still quite hot, yes. However, the humidity remaining in check for one more day, so your heat indices not off the charts. We're not talking 112, 116, instead upper 90s to lower 100s for the hottest part of the day. We'll go 70 to 71, your projected low in Lafayette tonight, almost feeling like September out there. Mid to upper 60s most likely for outlying areas, especially to the north. 101 the projected high tomorrow, so hot, yes, but again, humidity staying on the lower side, rain chances zeroed out. Winds pretty variable, 4 to 8 miles per hour. 103 into Friday. Here we go into the weekend. 104, maybe 105 possible in spots. Saturday and Sunday, we stay dry through Sunday, and then our attention will turn to that tropical wave out in the Gulf as we head into next week. Hopefully, at the very least, it just adds some beneficial rainfall into the forecast. Again, late Monday and to Tuesday. Not a guarantee. It's why we got the question mark. We'll have to watch the exact track over the next couple of days. But again, hopefully, just stays weak and we get some much
rain. Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks, Bradley.